Hello friends, welcome to my channel ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss about growth of novel in 18th century, and the subtopics I am going to discuss today are reasons for the growth of novel in 18th century, who are the precursors of the novel and beginning of English novel, then I will name the four wheels of the novel. So let us start with today's video. First of all, we will discuss about what is a novel. It is a fictitious prose narrative tale which presents a picture of real life. Before 18th century, there were already plenty of forms of prose fiction, but they were not named as a novel. What is the difference between novel and other prose fictions? That those prose fictions did not give us a picture of real life. Novel is the work of fiction in which there are two things combined together. One is imagination and another is intellect. Imagination and intellect are combined to express picture of real life in the form of a story. Novel aims to show the motives and influences which govern human life. Its focus was on the character development rather than on plot development. The word originated in the early 18th century after the Italian word novella, which word was used for stories in the medieval period. Next are the reasons for the growth of novel, for the rise of novel. These are 5-6 points I will discuss in detail one by one. First is rise of middle class. When we talk about middle class, I would like to tell that because of tremendous growth in trade and commerce, the English merchant class was becoming rich, and this new class, which I've already discussed in my previous video, periodical essays, that this new class wanted to excel in the field of literature also. But this class was neglected by high-born writers. They were not at all interested in this newborn class. As a result, the taste and aspirations were given shape of this class under these novelists. So we can also say that this novel is the product of middle class. Second is Greek and Roman classic writers. There were no models for novelists to follow, so they have no choice and they accepted whatever was written by these Greek and Roman classic writers, and I will discuss it after discussing these 6 points. Next is use of easy language, or we can say a role of newspaper and magazines. Both points are interconnected because people are attracted towards newspapers and magazines because of use of easy language. As I've already discussed in periodical essays, that language was very simple, easy to understand, very lucid, and well, along with that, we can say the literature was not heavy, it was not too literary and not too journalistic. So it developed a taste among this new class to read the newspapers, to read the magazines, and they have, we can say, they have taste to talk about these things related to literature in coffee houses and table houses, and that was only because of easy language and because of these interest in periodical essays that gave rise to the rise of novel. And friends, I would suggest you to watch my previous video also to understand this rise of novel deeply. And next is role of women. This type of literature appealed to women. Even Joseph Addison and Richard Steele felt that women could do a lot in setting the tone of the society. In 18th century, women of upper and middle class could partake in a few activities of men, but they were not allowed to participate in administration. So in their, we can say, in their leisure time, these women started reading novels, and this also gave to the rise of novel. Next is rise of realism. The literature again of this time was characterized by the spirit of realism and romantic features like imagination, enthusiasm and passion. And the English novel has all these characters which are responsible for the growth of novel in 18th century. Last and the most important reason for the growth of novel in 18th century is decline of drama. In 18th century in 18th century, we can say this drama lost the fame that it had during the Elizabethan age. So it contributed a lot to the rise of novel in 18th century. Next, I will talk about precursors of the novel. Among the early precursors of the novel, if we talk about, then we have collection of tales known as Greek romances, dating from 2nd to 6th century. These are imaginative and delightful stories of idle love and marvelous adventure. Then second group of precursors are found in the Italian and Spanish pastoral romances, which were inspired by eclogues of Virgil. These romances were popular in the 14th and 15th century, and their influence can be seen later in Sidney's work Arcadia. Third influential group of novel is made up of the romances of chivalry, such as are found in Morte d'Arthur. Right, these are the precursors. And then when we talk about novel in Elizabethan age, uh, in Elizabethan age, the idea of the novel grows more definite. Most of the fiction during this period had been purely romantic, with Thomas Lodge and Green, and also didactic, as with John Lilly and Bacon, right? And a slight tendency to realism had been shown in Thomas Nast's work, The Unfortunate Traveler, as an early source of the realistic novel of today. If we talk about Puritan age, then in the Puritan age, we approach nearer to the modern drama, especially in the works of John Bunyan. Bunyan's work, The Pilgrim's Progress, then his work, The Life and Death of Mr. Badman. These are allegorical in nature, no doubt these are allegorical, but came nearer to the modern novel. Bunyan's insight, his understanding of characters, and we can say his emphasis on the moral effects of individual action influenced Joseph Addison and Richard Steele 30 years later, right? And if we talk about the beginning of English novel, it took place in the 18th century with the publication of Robinson Crusoe in 1719. It was after 1740 that the English novel arose from the lower forms and came to embody as no other literary form did the spirit of that age. The periodical essayists and novelists were both exponents of the same sensibility and same culture. They worked on the same intellectual, sentimental, and realistic plane with the aim of instructing the readers and making them lead a more purposeful and virtuous life. And after Robinson Crusoe, we have Moll Flanders. Although characters in Moll Flanders were not fully realized enough to be considered as full-fledged novel, but it also, yes, it also contributed a lot in the beginning of English novel. Then we have Pride and Prejudice and Emma by Jane Austen. In this, Emma is the best early English novel of manners. Then after that, we have very important thing, that is Pamela 1741, which is the first novel that appeared. Right, this is the thing to be noted down. Then these are the four wheels of the novel. The group of the first four novelists of the Augustan age or Neoclassical age: Richardson, Smollett, Fielding, and Sterne. These are called as the four wheels of the novel, and these will be discussed one by one in my upcoming videos. Otherwise, this will be a very lengthy video. In the last, I would like to discuss about the historical significance of the rise of the novel in 18th century. The great historical significance from both the literary and social point of view is like this. It has popularity of the novel, that is like that of periodical essay, which immediately preceded it, coincided with it, and dependent upon the growth of a reading public. And women were also becoming influential in this time period. So there's the historical significance of this is the popularity of the novel because of women, because of magazines, because of easy language, because literature was not so heavy. It was easy to understand. Even semi-educated person can understand. Even people can talk about this literature in coffee houses and discuss it as a table talk. That is the historical significance, number one. Second is number two. Number two is, we can say, as practically it is a new form of literary art which developed. The novel was a sign that literature was beginning to outgrow out of limitations of classicism. A new form of literary art developed in this period. Third is, we can say, the rise of the novel with one result of the democratic movement in 18th century England. So friends, this is all about my today's video. I hope you will like my video, and if you like it, please hit the bell button, hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel. And if you are new on my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos, and you have an easy access to my books on Kindle and Amazon. And thanks a lot for showing your love for my third book, that is on William Shakespeare as a great dramatist. And I hope you will shower love in the same manner in future also. And thanks a lot for watching.